In today's video, I'm going to show you how I would rank a junk removal website on Google so that way you can start getting more leads and more traffic from your website. There's a lot to unpack in here, so let's get started. All right, we're back in my computer, and I'm going to start off by showing you this little SEO structure that I like to follow for my own clients. And it's simple enough to follow that you can do it. I'm also going to show you free tools that you can use. All right, let me shrink myself down. Make this a little bigger. All right, so we want to start off first with SEO Foundations. So this is pretty much technical SEO. So I'm going to go over domain name and what you should be doing for your platform and hosting, things like that. Just recommendations. Most of you will already have websites up and running. Site structure, URL structure, setting up Search Console analytics, and then sitemap. And then we'll go on from there talking about ranking on Google, keyword research, competitor research, on-page optimization, how to create a page. So there's a lot to unfold here, but I'm going to try to compress everything so that way you can take action after watching this video. All right, so first off, for domain name, we really recommend that you have your primary service or location or both in your URL. Again, if this is a junk removal company, most of you will have some sort of junk removal, hauling type keywords in there, which is great. It's a great start. And then we move on to platform and hosting. For platform, we always recommend WordPress. It's what we've been using for the past 12, 13 years doing SEO, and it's just been proven to rank better for us. I know other agencies and other people can recommend other platforms, but that's what we recommend. It's just the easiest to use and the most common. So hosting, we recommend something fast, secure. Don't go super cheap, and you don't need to go super expensive. So for hosting, we recommend something like SiteGround or Hostinger. All right. Then going down is site and URL structure. You want to keep the structure pretty much something simple, right? Because Google's reading your website, you want it to include some sort of keyword. So let's say you have something like Philly Bros junk removal.com. All right, that's a solid URL structure just for the domain name, but the structure you want, let's say you're doing other inner pages and you're doing furniture dash removal. That's it. That should be the service page. If you're creating a service page for furniture removal, it should look like that. Same thing if you're doing shed removal. It's going to look like that. So you don't want it to say anything like ID 203, something crazy where Google can't read it. Google's reading everything on the back end. They don't know what your website actually looks like. They go based off of the keywords. So that's why everything is keyword involved in SEO. All right. So keep your URL structure clean. And you also want to set up Search Console and Google Analytics. These are free tools that measure everything SEO-wise for your site. So Search Console, it'll give you all the data before a user clicks on your site. So it'll show you where you're ranking, how many clicks you're getting, impressions, a click-through rate, things like that, and any technical issues. And then Google Analytics measures everything after the person clicks on the website. All right. So Search Console, this is an example of one of my test sites. So you can see total clicks, total impressions, average click-through rate, average position, and then you could also do some comparisons. So let's compare the last 28 days. That way you know if your SEO is actually working. You can come in here and see your previous 28 days compared to last 28 days. Come through here, you can see what top keywords are working. You can see your top pages, things like that. So it's very important to track your progress. Same with analytics. You can go in here, take a look at your traffic acquisition, engagement, compare the last 30, 90 days, whatever you want to do. Check out your organic search, make sure it's growing. All right, so get those set up. I'm not going to cover that in this video. You could just search other videos on YouTube. It's very easy to set up. All right, sitemap and SEO plugins. So we use Yoast or Rank Math. We like both. You could use any other one that you want, all-in-one SEO. It really doesn't matter. Just get something up on your website so that way you can optimize things like the page titles, meta descriptions, and things like that. All right. And then you can generate a sitemap from that and then submit it to Search Console. That way Google can see the pages that are on your website. All right, now onto the fun stuff. This is ranking on Google. So we're going to start off with doing keyword research and competitor research. Now we want to do as much research as possible, but I'm going to be providing some free tools so that way you don't have to sign up for any expensive SEO tools. You'll just get the basic understanding of what keywords you're going after and what your competitors are doing. All right, so I have this SEO planner doc. I just made a copy for this example here for junk removal. With this planner doc, we are going to be looking for our primary keywords and our top 3 competitors. And we're going to be taking notes of what they have as far as on page. All right, so let's start off with the Ahrefs free keyword generator. So that way we can actually see what keywords people are typing in and what sort of search volume they have. So I always like to start off with service plus location keywords. So for this example, since we are doing junk removal, we'll do junk removal plus city. So Philadelphia is closest to me in terms of the largest city. So we'll do junk removal Philadelphia. Then we'll see what comes up. So you can see right here, junk removal Philadelphia gets around 1.1K searches a month on average. And junk removal Philadelphia PA gets around 500 searches a month. So these are keywords that we can include into our on-page optimization, and then we'll take note of that. So junk removal Philadelphia, we'll add that to our planner doc. And that was 1.1. So that way we know this is what our primary keyword is. This one got 500. And then this is something that we can include in our content. All right, and that one got 150. So we want to utilize all of these keywords throughout our SEO campaign. All right, and then there's also Google Keyword Planner. It's free. It's another great tool to use. You'll get a lot more keyword ideas from that. That way, if once you're done with your on page and you need to create other pages such as furniture removal, shed removal, hot tub removal, you can get information from Google Keyword Planner. It's free. You just have to create a Google Ads account. You don't have to run ads at the same. You just create the account, pause the ad, or delete it once it's created, and just use a keyword planner. Another thing I also like to check is the keyword difficulty checker. So if you type in junk removal Philadelphia, it'll give you an idea of how competitive this keyword is. All right, so it's giving us a score of 12. So this basically means, so they're saying we estimate that you'll need followed backlinks from around 13 websites to rank in the top 10 for this keyword. All right, now I'll show you how to calculate all this in terms of building backlinks, but you can go in here. So 1-800-GOT-JUNK, they have 24 domains linking back to this particular Philadelphia page for them. Philly Mag has 0. We Love Junk has 31. So that's something we're going to keep track of later. All right, again, these are all free tools from Ahrefs. And then we can do competitor research. We'll go to Google, type in junk removal Philadelphia, and see what comes up. So we have Google guaranteed ads, Google pay-per-click here, Google ads campaigns go right underneath there. The map section here. So our primary goal is to get mainly in the map section here, get our Google business profile ranking here, and in the organic section. So we want to try to take as many places as possible in the search results. All right. So we'll jump back here. We can check this one out too. This is a website authority checker. So we can enter a domain here. So let's grab one of the top guys that's ranking that isn't a franchise. So we'll do we love junk philly.com. Put them in here. And we can see what Ahrefs is saying about their site. Verify you're human. So their domain has 134 websites linking to them. So this is important to take note later. Now, we are going to collect all this information in our planner doc. All right, so let's go ahead and do that now. So let's grab all the top competitors and grab the linking domain. So we love Junk Philly. And that said 134. All right, here's the next one. Philly Junk. So you can see that I'm skipping all of the large franchise sites because most of the time they don't optimize their page. They're just going off the authority of their site. So they just build city pages, and those city pages just rank automatically without too much optimization. Again, just because their domain is doing so well. And then let's toss this into the authority checker. $59. And what we're doing here, we're just collecting the top 3 so that way we can get an average of the linking websites. Who's next? Easy cleanup. $278. They got a lot. Then we're going to take an average. 134 plus 59 plus 278 divided by 3. So we need an average of 157. Planner doc. So this right here already tells you that you need to start building a lot of backlinks to your website in order to get to the first page for that keyword, junk removal Philadelphia. All right. It is a large city and it is a competitive market. So this kind of puts this in your mind that, you need an average. Let's say you can only do around 10 to 15 high quality backlinks a month. So what's that? 157, let's say, divided by 15. It's going to take 10 months. If you're only doing 15 backlinks, high quality backlinks a month, it's going to take you 10 months to get to that spot. All right. So again, SEO does take a long time, but it's worth it in the end. You just have to let your efforts compound. All right, let's just keep going. All right. So you have your number of backlinks that you need to try to achieve to get to page 1. All right, let's go back to our SOP. Then we start doing on-page optimization. So I use a Chrome extension called Detailed SEO. Looks like this. Just add it to your Chrome, and then we can go to our competitors and start taking note of what they have. All right. So let's do that. I'm going to do the first 2, but for the third one, I'll just do it in the back end. All right, let's go with number 1. So site 1 is We Love Philly Junk. Let's go back to them. Pull down Detailed SEO. This is their title. See, they have that root keyword in their page title. Actually, I should have got a word count first. Let's grab their word count. Made a description so we can see what keywords are in there. I like how they have an offer in their meta description. It's a great way to increase click-through rate. All right, and their page title is most likely going to, their H1 heading tag is most likely going to have a keyword. And there it is right there, Philadelphia Junk Removal Company. So I'm sure you're starting to see how everything is keyword related. You just have to use the right amount of keyword, the right amount of times. Since Google is an algorithm and they need keywords to see what your website is about. All right, number of headers. All right, now I saved you some time and did some of these in the background. So we have site 1, site 2, site 3 done. So now we have to find the total averages of the word count, number of headers, and the number of headers with keywords. All right, so let's start with the word count. Let's go to site 1, 1421, 1516, and then 2678 divided by 3. So our total word count that we need to reach with our content on the page is around 1871. All right, then let's find the number of headers. 21, 15 plus 39. They got a lot. 75 divided by 3. So we need an average 25 headers. So when you're seeing these and you're building your page for this keyword, this is everything that you need to use, right? Around 1800 keywords, or 1800 words, 25 headers. So that's H2s, H3s, H4s. And last, let's find the average number of headers with keywords in them. Because you don't want to create 25 headers and include keywords in all of them, right? You're just going to end up being over optimized. So 13. So they had 0. Number of keywords plus 15. So that's divided by 2. So on average, 14 out of those 25 headers need some sort of keyword in there, whether it's junk, hauling, your city, any other type of related services. Those all have to be included in 14 of those headers. All right. And then from here, you can start creating your content. Don't go and copy what your competitors have. You can just do something similar and model that. You could even model the flow of it, or you could even go to a franchise site, look at how they section off each website, whether it's a benefit section, about us, testimonials, try to keep a similar flow to what most of your competitors are doing. Just change it up and make it different. All right. So let's keep on moving down our SOP. Image optimization, you want to go into WordPress once your page is done and change the alt text so it looks like this. When you're editing your page, you can select an image and there's going to be a box that says alt text. You just put something super descriptive in there. You don't want to stuff it with keywords. You want to use something descriptive as if you were describing an image to someone who can't see. So if there's a junk removal truck parked outside of someone's house and the team is removing junk and putting in the truck, you write that into the alt text. All right. Your Google business profile, I'm sure most of you have one. Utilize it if you don't. It's free. Just go on Google. If you don't have one, go on Google and type in Google business profile. Fill it out. Get the postcard. Get it sent to either your office or your home. You can always hide your home address, but get that verified and just fill out as much as possible with photos, your services. And again, don't be spammy with keywords. Just make it sound natural, but include your primary keywords in there. All right. Name, address, phone number. NAP is very important. Whatever shows up in your Google business profile, as far as your name, your address, and your phone number, copy exactly what that looks like, all right, and use that in your website. So let's see if We Love Junk has that. It's usually down towards the bottom. So there it is right there. Their address and their phone number. All right. We typically keep it together, and we also place a map right next to it. So that way everything is in one location. Let's see if this company has it. They do not. But again, right here in their footer, their name's not in there, but address and phone number. All right. So, and then when you start building citations, directory backlinks, you want to include those exact address and phone number and the name in those citations and those directories. All right. You want to keep it the same across all of the backlinks. All right. Next up, we are going to go over content. Now, I'm not going to go over every single detail about content because that will take up a whole entire video in itself. But I'm just going to give you an example of what it is we do with our content. So creating content is just basically creating topical authority for your website, right? Instead of just tossing up service pages for your website, we create industry related topics or blog posts that point to your service page. So just to give you an example, let's say this is your website, right? You have your homepage. This is going to be primarily, since junk removal is primarily just one service, we can still break it down to other services like furniture removal, shed removal, hot tub removal, hoarder cleanouts. Those would be great topics to create. So the content would look like this. So let's say this is a hoarder cleanout page. You would create several topics or several blog posts about hoarding, um, you know, anything health related or the issues that's entailed with hoarding, and those will all link back to the hoarding page, right? Same thing with, let's say you had a hot tub removal. You would find topics that you would write about a hot tub or anything Philadelphia related, or your location. They would all just point back to that main page and boost the topical authority of that page. I'm hoping this makes sense. Um, Same thing with page 3 and so forth. So you would just keep creating content for those pages. And I can actually show you a quick ChatGPT prompt that you can use to generate topics for your own service or for your own junk removal website. All right, so I have this sheet that I made. I primarily teach this in my free SEO course where you can create an entire page that's fully optimized. So we have things like creating heading tags, let's see, extracting keywords, creating body content. Again, I can make another video about all of this in a next video. Page title. So let's go to the content ideas. So let's grab this here. Create a list of content marketing blog posts for my. All right, let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. So we want it to be either related to junk removal or Philadelphia or both. So it's great that it comes up with ideas like Philadelphia's history of waste management. That way it's, it's diving into actual locations, topics. All right, home renovations in Philadelphia, that's perfect because a lot of home remodelers, flippers, they need junk removal, so that's a perfect market to target. Cleanup events, downsizing in Philadelphia, since a lot of people do move out of their homes, when their kids are gone and they like to downsize. So there is a lot of junk or clutter that builds up in the garage as, they raise their kids. All right. So all these seasonal junk removal tips. So these are perfect. So you would grab one of these. Let's see. Let's clean this up a little. Let's grab one that we like. Let's try this one. We're going to put that in here. We want to make sure it follows Google's helpful content guidelines. If you don't know what that is, you can just Google it. Google released the helpful content update, I believe, in 2022, 23 maybe. And a lot of sites got hit because a lot of websites were using junk blog posts or junk AI generated blog posts. And instead of flooding Google with a ton of those posts, Google released this update that controlled basically what was being output. All right. So the conclusion should call to action include a free consultation with my. All right. We'll leave the name as Philly Bros. I like that. All right. Let's see what it comes up with. So you can see how perfect this is. It's related to Philadelphia and junk removal. And something like this blog post, it's not just there to be provide topical relevancy for the page. It could be a post that someone can find doing research, either a local journalist or someone doing something for school. They'll find the post, thinks it's a perfect resource to link to, and then you'll get a free backlink from there. All right. So this is something that you could post as a blog post, linking back to your service page. And how you would link that back to your service page is through an anchor text. Sorry, I'm just reading this. So you would mainly want to pick something that's a branded anchor text. So you could do so when you post this on your WordPress, what you would do is you would highlight this, and then you'll see a little link icon. That's a hyperlink icon. You would just put in your homepage URL in there, hit enter, and then make the post, and this will link back to your target page. So that's how you start building topical relevancy. You just do a ton of these and make sure they're quality though. You don't want to just, you read through here and make sure it reads like a great blog post, not something that just spit out a bunch of keywords or a bunch of words. You want to make sure it's quality. Include some photos. Don't be lazy with this. You would have just do, at least with a post this short, you try to do 2 photos. Make sure those alt images, all alt text images are optimized, like we mentioned earlier. And that's it. That's building your content for creating better topical authority. All right, next up is link building. So between building content and links, those are the biggest contributing factors for growth on Google as far as SEO goes. So you want to get a solid content strategy down and link building. You can always start doing link building and then start doing content, all right, or vice versa. Link building does get a little pricey, and then you can also get away with doing more content with less backlinks, or vice versa. You could build more links and some content, but I would do both. All right, so let's check out this Ahrefs backlink checker. This is pretty cool because you can put a competitor in here and they'll show you some of the backlinks that they have, and you could try to build the same backlinks for yourself. So let's grab We Love Philly, We Love Junk Philly, put them in the free backlink checker. Now, just like doing your on-page manually, it does take a lot of time, and it is very time consuming to go through here and find, let's say, Yellow Pages. They have a backlink from Yellow Pages. So you'd go in here, go to Yellow Pages, search how to add your business here. It's usually in the footer somewhere. I might be missing it, but you can Google it, see how to add your business to Yellow Pages. So that would be one backlink there. You'd come down here. They have a Philadelphia trash schedule. So you could contact your local city or directory to see who does trash pickup. Actually, no, you wouldn't want to do trash pickup for junk removal. I think that's something totally different. Let's see what else. So they built a decent amount of links. Big yellow, maybe this one, Super Pages. Nope. So you can already see what I mean by it does take up a lot of time. So what I would recommend is going to a vendor like Web 2.0 Ranker or Bright Local. I like Web 2.0 Ranker because you can go in here and get a either business citations built or niche citation built. You just pay them, they'll build everything for you, and it's professional work. It's nothing spammy. So you would go in their business citations or niche citations so they could find anything related to junk removal. And you can scroll down here, read what they do. You can see it's fully hand built. It's all safe linking. Let's see what the price is. I think you got to fill out some information for them. But I know the business citations start off around $80. Let's see. I know. Oh, here it is right here. Business citations starting at $89. You get 60 citations. So that's a great place to start, especially if you're limited in budget. Getting that squared away, that'll help you in the map section and show for in the 3-pack. And then, or if you could afford a little bit more, I would go with this. All right, so start that off for your backlinking campaign. Get that out of the way while you're doing your content. All right, so that's what 2.0. Bright Local also has some sites if you want to try to do some of these manually so you can see what it looks like. They have citation sites that they recommend based on state. So let's say we were trying to do Philadelphia, we'd go down to Pennsylvania and go in here, add free business listing, just like that. All right, you would do that for each one of these sites. They do citations as well, and it's very organized, very professional, but I think you pay a little bit more. I'm not sure how much more. That's why I just recommend Web 2.0 Ranker. All right, then you have sites like RhinoRank. You can pay to get things like guest posts or niche edits done. So guest post is a brand new post on an authority site where they'll mention your brand either through what's called the anchor text. You could use branded anchor text, which I highly recommend. Just use your brand. You don't want to buy a bunch of guest posts and just put junk removal Philadelphia. That's a great way to get nothing done to your site and waste money. Just because it's too aggressive, you want to just stick with branded for now, especially if you're brand new to SEO. You can either do, like I said, guest post, which is brand new post on a website, or niche editor, which is a getting mentioned in a post that exists through an anchor text. So the good thing about that is it's most of those niche editors are already getting traffic. They're high quality. Google already indexed them, which is perfect. And that would be, one of your ways to get backlinks. All right. And then just to continue tracking your rankings, I recommend the rank tracker called Serple. You put your site in, I believe it's $20 starting. You put your website in there, it'll pick up all the keywords that your site is already ranking for, and then you can track to see if they're going up as you're building backlinks and creating content, or if they're going down. All right. You can also do free tools like Search Console, Ahrefs keyword rank checker. So let me show you what that looks like. Let's grab We Love Philly Junk again for the last time. Junk removal Philadelphia. Put in the domain so we can see where they're at ranking. And I wouldn't check this every day, especially if you're starting out. The progress is going to take a while, so you have to be patient with SEO. Right there, your current position for junk removal Philadelphia at number 5. So you can do this every week, every 2 weeks to see where you're at with your progress. Or again, you can go into Google Search Console and arrange by position, and they'll show you there your average position. So that's it. I know there was a lot in this video. SEO, there is a lot comprised in SEO. So if this is something that you do want to continue doing yourself, I have all this information broken down into short videos that you can watch and take action right away. And you also have access to myself. It's totally free. There's no pitches in there. No one's going to sneak in your DMs or anything like that. So I'll include a link in the description for that. Or if this is way too much for you to do, which is a lot, my agency igniter.co does do this as well. So you can contact us and we can talk about getting something like this set up for your business. All right. So I hope that this was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.